Welcome to TrendTalk, your gateway to the art of beauty and the science of wellness. Join us as we explore the latest trends, uncover innovative techniques, and share insights from the world's leading beauty and wellness experts. Get inspired, get informed, and get ready to transform your perspective. TrendTalk, where beauty meets purpose. Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, today we are going to have some beauty secrets, not some, lots of them, some great information. And you want to hold back and keep on watching because we are going to be sharing some juicy content with you. I'm Atika from TrendTalk, powered by TrendToday, and today I have somebody who has been here for 43 years. Whether it's styling, whether it's teaching, whether it's body sculpting, you name it, it's laser, it's cut through technology, cut through edge innovations. She has done it all. So I'm not going to take further time and I'm going to introduce Brigitte Biller. Hi, Brigitte.
Hi, such a pleasure being here today. Thank you for your invitation.
Same here. Thank you for coming here. I'm super excited to talk to you today, and I'm not going to go over all the stuff that you've done myself. I'm going to give you the chance to introduce and let our all the people that are here know what all have you done.
Wow, that might take too long.
I know.
Well, we can maybe go over a few things of
sure.
what would be the most newest things that we've come across.
100%.
Maybe the newest because we have been around a long time.
Yes.
We have come up with some cure treatments for HS, which is hidradenitis suppurativa.
That's amazing.
This is the most painful skin condition to humans. Yes, and 4% of the population does have this skin disease. They call it disease. And about 130 million people across the world have this condition and are unaware that treatment is available while they're still on medication and suffering in pain. So we have been treating clients with this condition.
That's amazing.
And when they have the stage 1, stage 2, very easy to prevent it from getting to stage 3, right? So the earlier that they can get in, the better. And this is done without medication. It's done a naturopath approach. We do use medical technologies as well to restructure the dermis. But what we don't want is people waiting with it if it's unnecessary, because it can lead to stage 3, which is life-threatening. And what happens at that point is that they start getting tunnels within the face. And what the tunnels are, and even people with HS might not be aware of this, is that the tunnels is when an infection, let's say Riley on our website, if people are looking at our website, you'll see hidradenitis page, and there's some pictures of him. He initially came to us with a pustule on the side of his face, bigger than the size of a golf ball. And he started off with a small pimple on his eyebrow. And this was neglected over time as far as no instruction given with his skin. He didn't know how to treat it. He was just on medication. Of course, doctors work in a different bracket. So he was just on medication, unaware of what to really do with it. But the infection just grew and stayed so long that tunnels start appearing now. To, the body's natural response is to pull away that infection somewhere else.
Yes.
It's trying to come out of the skin. It's got nowhere to go. And then all of a sudden, the dermis starts getting distorted within the dermal layers, trying to push the infection away. So when you look at his photo, you'll see distortion, which is looking like scarring, but that's actually tunnels.
That's what I was going to
Yes,
add
and people don't know.
It's misdiagnosed so much of the time.
Yes, we don't want to, blame anyone, but the thing is, they're unaware and they say there's no root cause, but there clearly is a root cause for everything. There is a root cause. There's bacteria trapped in there, and we specialize in that. We specialize in detoxing, taking out bacteria, restructuring the dermis, getting rid of infection, rebuilding skin, and all without prescriptions. There's no downtime, there's no pain. And after his first treatment for the infection, it was gone. Pustules never come back. And after one dermal remodeling treatment, you can see the tunnels start shrinking. But this is done in combination with each other because we can't reverse a tunnel if there's infection inside. So we must remove the infection. And while we're doing that, we're restructuring the dermis. So it is a bit of a process only because stage 3, he's waited so long. So, but the wonderful thing is that, well, it was very dangerous because he had it, not just in his face, it was going up around the hairline into his head. And this huge infection in his neck, we didn't have a picture of that on our website, but we do have it. We'll post it at some point. Very dangerous because it can move into the brain. And so people with stage S have basically a death sentence, right? They're told there's nothing they can do and it's just a matter of time. And he originally came into our office because he wanted drainage, and I said, what's going on here? And so we're now treating it, and he's very happy. So, his face is, it's a bit of work. He has to come see me every week, but, that's only for a couple of months. And
but then you're cured. Why not?
Yes.
And then it's being done right.
Yes.
So that's one thing that people need to know, that it's being done right. And you have you go to the right person.
Yes.
So I'm going to go to my next question with that. All right. When somebody walks into a med spa, not to name anyone or anything, what would you say that if people walk into it and they look and say that, okay, we are with the right people, and then what are some of the things they should look at and say that maybe we're not at the right place, we need to go somewhere else?
Well, in my personal opinion, it's first of all, follow your instincts, because if you don't feel right and you feel not, ask questions. There's a reason. Don't go ahead and just do something for the sake of, ask questions. Understand what you're having done. What is the cause of this? Many often clinics don't explain thoroughly, not necessarily what caused it. Even in a doctor's office, they'll say, okay, you have acne, here's some Accutane, cortisone cream, what have you, but probably not getting the full explanation, most likely not, on how to clean the skin while you were there, what caused it, what started it. And this is a different path of, say, regular medical service and naturopaths. It's like when we're ill, we can go to the naturopath doctor, or we can go to the regular doctor. They're both doctors, but one gets to the root of it, an explanation for preventative, and the other one will provide the prescription more readily. So I happen to have the background of both. We do medical skincare, but I'm also a holistic practitioner. So there isn't anything we can't treat, but we want to get to the root cause. We want to explain home care. Demodex, which we were discussing earlier, is a small little bumps that people don't realize this is from improper cleansing.
Yes, and that is super important.
A small thing like this.
Much.
And so how often have we gone to a spa, any kind of spa beauty service, they'll do the service, but perhaps not explained what to do at home, because it's not enough just to go there a few times a year or what have you, or even for them to do. It's a daily care at home to basically clean the skin with a brush. All the way down to the pores. Because when we clean with our fingers, we don't get all the way down in that pore, which is shaped like a V. We only go so far. So the oils within the body get trapped, dead skin sits on top, and this is how hydronitis starts. Actually, it's all bacteria. This could have been prevented. No one needs actually to get hydronitis, and they don't know. It could have simple steps with cleansing the skin correctly.
I know that we've been discussing that.
Yes, and that's another topic, because that might take a while, but that nobody needs to get that. And to get stage 3 was neglect from practitioners, not educating people. They don't know. They just keep on repeating the same treatment for 10 years straight. Imagine being on the same antibiotic for 10 years straight. It's not going to be as effective, and not only
your body gets used to it, right?
Yes,
it builds up against
it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And but not sitting and thinking, okay, it's not working, it's getting bigger, maybe we need to switch the treatment, but no afterthought has been given to that. So that's unfortunate for these patients. But the good news is that we do this. We can treat that for you.
Okay, so one question for everybody who's watching or listening to us. You said we should be doing cleansing with a brush. So if we go a little into detail in that, that's just something, that's the care we need to do at home. We don't need anything like that, right?
Everybody needs it. Everybody needs. For great skin, cleansing is your first step. So let's say this is your skin and the pores are different sizes. They're shaped into a V. We cannot tighten the pore with toner on the top. We cannot tighten the pore ourselves. This is medical technologies. Skincare clinics, laser treatments, tighten pores like this. But when the pore is larger, it accumulates pollution from outside, oils from within the body, and so we need to cleanse our skin twice a day. But with a brush, you're more effective, and we think we're cleaning, but here's a little something to try. Cleanse your skin with your fingers, and then after, take this little mechanical brush. It's a facial cleansing brush with a little motorized head on it. Yes. wet it, go over the skin again, and you're going to see it's probably brown. It's got all the leftover that you thought you cleansed that you actually didn't pick up.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
I think that's something for our viewers and our listeners too. Get the brush, the mechanical brush that Brigitte just explained, and do that experiment.
But here's the thing. You can't use the brush on the eye area, though. It's very thin.
Yes.
So this is only for here in the neck, and very important. And toner can be used or not used. This is would you like me to explain about that one? Okay. The toner is a second step, which isn't necessary. This is, if you choose to do it and feel fresh, by all means. Let's say, for instance, if you cleanse your skin with your finger and use the toner, you'll see there's dirt still there because it picked up the leftover that your fingers didn't get. However, if you use the brush and then go with the toner, you'll see there's nothing on the cotton because you cleansed it correctly. So whether you use it or not is up to you, but it certainly will not tighten a pore. Products don't tighten pores. It will just feel fresh and pH.
Yeah, and then that's a way to also see the difference, right? So
well, people with HS now, have we cleaned our skin like this? Bacteria won't sit there. It sits there for so long and gets trapped in the hairs. Where the hairs are and full of bacteria. But we specialize in dermal, not just remodeling, detoxing, pumping in oxygen, lymphatic drainage, rebuilding inside the skin. And some of these things can't be done with lasers.
Oh, yes.
So it's a completely different path, but know that there's hope for everybody.
There is hope for everybody, yes. And now that you mentioned it, I'm going to come to the burning topic of lymphatic drainage and body contouring.
Wonderful.
Right?
Yes,
because
we do that as
everybody wants to look slim, look smart, contour body. While we should exercise and we should have a healthy diet, that's part of it, and we should do that. But people do definitely want to know, does it actually work? Do you lose weight? Do you actually lose the weight that people advertise?
Just about every question you will ask, my answers will be different than anything you're going to see out there. I don't work in your normal category, so do I have a few minutes to explain about the body?
For sure.
Yes, we have laser lipolysis, which targets any area of the body except the face. So we can start with the jowls down. And for the women, we don't work on their breasts, but on man chest we can work on. So it can target any body area. It doesn't, our technology doesn't destroy the cells. So we don't want to remove cells. We don't want to freeze them because then the fat will just accumulate somewhere else around the body. So it's not healthy. Our technologies also have lymphatic stimulator probes to activate your lymphatic system in that particular area. So it also helps drainage. If people buy a package with the laser lipolysis, this package of 8, then they'll get free skin tightening, 8 skin tightening sessions, which we include for free because we'd like to tighten the skin while we're working on it. But with this package, they get some personal fitness instruction, bodybuilding, because I had a bodybuilding background, 4 middleweight championships in my previous years, but the knowledge is still there to understand how does the body work? Here we go again. I get to the root.
Oh, I love that.
Here's the thing when you go to a spa and say, okay, we're getting this treatment, it costs this much. Many clinics doing the same thing, but the difference of we do is get to the root. So we don't want people coming back with the same issue. If we don't understand how the fat targeted there, then we'll most likely get it back. So the first thing we ask is your blood type. Eating correctly for your blood type, then let's say on a bodybuilding fitness point of view, 50 calories of the wrong food can store as fat. 500 calories of the right food for your blood type will digest and break down. So any fat that's stored in the body,
that's huge for everybody
food
to know,
that you
because
ate.
we just look at the calories and we're like, oh my God.
No, and here's the exciting part. I don't do any calorie counting. Calorie counting is not important. I don't care about your weight because muscles weigh more than fat. What I'm interested in is I'll take your photo, we'll look at the body, you'll target certain areas, how do you feel in your skin, what do you see you'd like to work on? Because as we're getting you in shape, if you're doing some muscle toning as well, muscles weigh more than fat. So the weight might go up, but your size will get smaller, but you're now firm. You've also speeded up your metabolism.
So you're healthier, you're firm, and you're getting what you wanted. And that's exactly what it should be. And also you're educated on the root cause. That's super important.
Well, here's the tip everybody will love.
Yes.
as many times as you eat in the day is how many bowel movements you have. So when people say, oh, I go once a day, before they get into our laser lipolysis, that will make them take natural laxative, make sure they're empty, because the machine can't tell the difference between fat from food and fat from body. However, if you're only going once or twice a day and eating 4 times, that's your body telling you already the food is not correct. You're eating food that your body's not breaking down, and it sits in the body for years. That's toxic, and it stores as fat. That's the food. So now what we do in combination with this treatment, if you eat correctly now for your blood type, you won't fill up the fat cells anymore. That'll kind of stop that. But the fat cells that are already full will not diminish from eating correctly. That's where the laser comes in, because that will break down the areas that are there. But if you eat correctly now, they should not come back. And we'll do some, maybe in your next segment, I don't know. I'm happy to get our tights on and show you some tips that you can get your body in shape in about 10-minute workout without lifting any weight, without going to the gym, and you will feel every muscle in your body. It will speed your metabolism, and what will happen is fat can't turn into muscle, and muscle can't turn into fat. But when we stimulate our muscles, which is 80% of the way we look, starts with our thinking.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I get you motivated. This is a whole thing.
I know.
Yeah, and once we do that, basically we stimulate the muscles that keeps the fat cells under control. Do you ever notice that some people that are slim eat whatever they want, don't get bigger?
Oh, yeah.
And some other people might, look at food and get bigger. Well, there's a secret to this. And we'll save this for another segment.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Yes, 100%, guys. So we have got some juicy stuff and some more coming up. So you guys definitely need to stay tuned and keep on watching us. So now I'm going to start with some interesting questions. The first one that I have for you. What is one practice or one thing, be it in laser, be it in body contouring, permanent makeup, that you see happening widely, or a misconception that you see people have that you would love for them to know that, that's not how it works?
Well, we were talking about the HS, to say that, people think there's no hope for them, but there is. So that's why I say that's maybe at the top, because people are losing their lives. This is a life-threatening thing. It's not just a cosmetic thing. So 130 million people worldwide. So I'd say that would be the priority, because saving lives is 100%. Priority, right? 100%. Not just our beauty, which is good. But the second thing would probably be, people are familiar with their hair. I'm a celebrity stylist, by the way, in Hollywood. We've trained many people. I'm also an instructor, so we teach hair, teach permanent makeup. So if clinics would like classes, we're also mobile. We'll come in and train their staff. We also have financing available.
That's
so
perfect.
We can make it so that they can get the training done, do the services, and then pay. So that way they're not out of their pocket. So they can call us and ask us for any kind of beauty program we offer. But I would say misconceptions for the public, probably basic skincare. Basic skincare, we were talking. Even you go to a department store to buy makeup, or anywhere you go, we don't necessarily learn this in beauty school. Even the medical estheticians working don't necessarily know what Demodex, what mites are in the skin, or how to treat it. They will misdiagnose and say this is amelia and try to get it out of the skin. Steaming actually dehydrates the skin. So it's the skincare that they're learning in the schools are sort of basic. These are things that you might learn over time if you're practicing a different path, maybe more the natural path. But there is more to the skin than what people realize. But it's very simple. Buying a set of products is not going to get you great skin. What we really need is pH balanced products, which are low in detergent, and your technique. You basically need your cleanser, your cream, whether it be day or cream or night cream. Maybe something for the eyes if it's severely dehydrated. And sunblock, we're not really promoting this anymore. You'll very rarely see professional clinics selling sunblock for the face. And why is that? Why are they not selling sunblock, professionals, compared to in the drugstores we see sunblock for the face? Because now you'll see many ingredients in there causing cancer. Yes? So it's actually more likely to cause cancer, the sunblock, than preventing the cancer. So the best thing is just wear hat, cream your face and protect your skin this way. Yes. So that's maybe a misconception, and I hope that helps.
Oh, yes, that would definitely help. I think that's a huge misconception. And people really need to know that it's not just about the products or the price. We usually go by the products or the price that, it costs these many $1,000s. So it is definitely going to just...
You actually touched the nail on the head, because an $80 cream is not going to work better than a $20 cream. What we really want, if we're not getting products from a professional clinic, and you're going, be careful online, because sometimes things online, the company, I won't give names, the company of an online place, ensure that they have regulations, because if they don't and they come from abroad, that means they're not checking the products, and what you actually think is on the box or labeled is not even the ingredients in it.
Put in the label, right?
Yes, and there's no MSD safety data sheet to say, it's been passed, it's stamped by the government to say that's actually what's in it. But at least if you're going to a store in Canada and you have dermatology approved sticker, it's made in Canada or the States, you're safer. Make sure there's a manufacturing address on it, and do your homework and go online and call the company and say, is this your product on here? Because sometimes the professional company will say, that's not our product, but it looks exactly the same. Somebody's copied it.
Yes.
So, and these can cause lots of damage to the skin, lots of damage, all kinds of things starting on the skin that we're unaware of.
So one thing that we definitely need to look into is that it's not necessarily the price tag. It's not necessarily the brand name also. You need to do a little bit of, not a lot, but a little bit of homework and know yourself and your skin. And like Brigitte said, know your instinct.
Yes. And, now that the world is changing a little bit, and even we're hearing about the foods and things, what's happening with the foods as well as the products. So if you'd like to test a product too, you can buy litmus paper, pH paper, dip it in the product and see, is it 4.5 to 5.5 suitable for the skin? If it's a little off, it's not so bad, but we don't want something 15, 14, which actually eats the hair off your scalp. A lot of hair loss caused. And so here we're going for PRP treatments and whatnot, not understanding the root cause. And this will continue. Those treatments only work as long as you're doing the treatment. As soon as you stop, you're back to square one. So your shampoo is important. Your cleanser, your facial products are important. You can test them yourself. If you want to go online, you can basically look on products that have been recalled. I don't want to give names, even dish soaps, detergents, body shampoo, body washes, certain products have been recalled that you're not aware of. When you go to the store, they're still on the shelf. So you can do your homework and just take a look at some of the things that you have. And, we've all been victim of this beautiful smelling products and, washing our body with. However, when you look in there and you see there's very dangerous ingredients in there, to rethink, why is my skin so itchy, because it's so stripping the skin. A pH balanced bar of soap might cost you a fraction of the price. It will lather up very nicely. They have beautiful oils in there, coconut oils, jojoba oils, and different types for different types of skin are just as suitable to wash the body with. You can get them at a natural store. Yes, it's a bar of soap. They're pH balanced. And they smell nice. They have all kinds of. There's even lavender, but made with natural products, ingredients for your body, suitable for your skin body type. And it will go a long way compared to your bottle of your shower gel. 100%. It will last longer. So there's a saving tip for money.
Oh, yes, I love that.
So we have choices, but we realize that that's out there. We're so used to doing the similar type of shopping.
Okay, so if we, again, adding on to that, if we're telling people when they're going to buy some products, let's say they're not getting any consultation and just going to buy products, so many TikToks, so many viral trends and all of that, right?
I'm so happy you touched on that.
So what would be let's say 2 or 3 ingredients that we should look at when we're reading the label, and we should not get those products? What would be the top 2, 3 ingredients?
I wouldn't say necessarily ingredients, but what I would love to tell the public is that please, public, with this watching tutorials on skin, makeup advice, please do not watch these videos unless they're presented by a licensed professional.
That
You
is
see
super
people
important.
taking a dermal roller, home use, and cutting up the skin, bleeding, and giving instruction. And young teenage girls thinks this is the thing to do. I saw it online and damage the skin.
I've even seen people do laser online when getting
Yes,
stuff,
and
then-
they'll keep doing it. You're actually encouraging them by watching their video. They're getting paid to put the videos on, but giving poor advice. So please, no licensed doctor is going to go online and start giving this instruction. It's best, and it's not specifically for you. You know, so we give complimentary consult. People can send a photo. You know, we're happy to give you a couple minutes of our time on the phone to just explain That's it. If you want to go ahead and have a surface treatment, fine. If not, you can get the knowledge that you need, but make sure you get it from a professional.
Yes.
Or, you know, even with the makeup, the lessons of the makeup, people are giving makeup lessons. They've not gone to cosmetology school. And I see layered and layered and layered and layered.
I know. No, 100%.
I mean, your makeup looks lovely, you know, and so we don't want to look like it's made this thick, you know, very thick. Unless you're doing stage theatrical makeup, it's different than we have this kind of makeup, you know.
True.
But again, we've seen it 1,000 times, and so here's maybe another segment we can do is season's wardrobe color analysis. Your winter season, as I explained.
Yes.
And I'm in autumn. So if we're going to,
That
you know,
is
show
super
makeup,
exciting.
it would be nice if the person said, hey, don't just follow me here at these colors. Maybe that's not for your skin coloring. Is that, you know, when we're doing makeup, we work quite differently because I'm a celebrity stylist. I would never ask a client, so how do you want your hair done? What color would you like? Any more than you would hire an interior decorator to come into your home and they're asking you what you would like. And it's like, but that's why.
Usually like when they ask me, I'm like, that's probably why I want you. Otherwise, if I had known, I would have just probably gotten the products.
Well, you would have done it yourself. You're asking for advice to decorate, but we're no different, right?
Yeah.
So when we cut hair, I'm also a stylist, celebrity stylist. We don't necessarily offer it as much, but it's available to people if they call us, just not on our website. You know, we want to work with the hair. So if your hair is curly, I'm naturally very curly, fuzzy curly, but, you know, we want to cut the hair so that you don't have to do anything with it. You're not forced to. How many times have you gone to a salon and styled it for 2 hours? It looks lovely, and then it'll never look like that again.
I was gonna say that it never looks like that again.
Well, you don't get that with us. It's like we'll cut the hair into place. So if your curl pattern is a certain pattern and you cut it at a certain spot, the hair will fall a certain direction.
Yeah.
A lot of stylists aren't aware of that. And maybe you will never see a curling iron on our station. We'll actually style it in place. It will last for a week. We need to understand the hair, cut the hair the way it falls. But each time they have a style done, they will get another lesson. So we basically give you a lesson to show you how to style your hair.
Oh, that's
so when
awesome.
I see you next week and I see you somewhere, it's going to look like you've left the salon and you're going to do it yourself.
I love that.
So there's an instruction included with each time you come in, so you'll know how to get this look, how to scrunch it, how to do it straight, how to put it up. And so this is really styling.
This is super important. So I know what where I'm booking my next haircut at, but then this is super important.
We're going to look at your hair now.
Yeah,
and the
for
next
sure.
time, it's going to have something on here.
Oh yes, and I would love that because that is one thing that has always happened. Like I come out of the hair salon,
And you're
the hair is
beautiful.
like, oh my god, blah blah blah. Next day, I don't have that much time or anything. I'm like, oh my god, the first thing, what do I do? Just maybe straighten it up.
Time is
that's
of
it,
essence.
and
Life
everything.
is stressful for people. We want to be able to, even Velcro rollers, people think it's very old, but you know, if you put Velcro rollers with some hairspray and just put it in, sit under a hairdryer while you're doing your makeup, having your breakfast, in 5 minutes your hair will look like you just left the salon, you're going to work.
Oh, that's
without
amazing.
washing and blow drying it a second time. So there's so many tips that we can give.
Oh, 100%. And then I'm going to come back to my favorite part with Brigitte. And we already did that on me, and I was so loving it. As she mentioned, she is a celebrity stylist, and she would usually tell you what colors and what season are you, and that is super exciting. That is something I would love to do with everybody. So, Brigitte, please tell us. First, let's talk about what color I am and
well,
what
you're a winter season,
we are.
and actually, there's a sheet over there if he wants to bring it later. But you're a winter palette, and I'm an autumn. So why colors are important is when we're choosing makeup, anything for our face, our hair, or around our neck. Not necessarily from here down. So black is not my color, but if it's away from my neck, but the hair is the right color or the makeup is the right color, it brings out your best tones, right? So and instinctively, people sort of know their colors. You'll see some people, when you wear something, you feel like, this doesn't look right. I don't feel right in it.
I agree to that. That's so true.
Now, here's one funny part. If there's a wedding party going on and somebody has different tones, brides, different skin tones, different hair colors, maybe one is blonde, one's redhead, one's brunette, different. Periwinkle is the only color that can suit everybody.
Oh.
Yes, so that everybody will look good, because one female might look great in it and the other one doesn't like the color, so you can't please everyone.
Yeah.
So the periwinkle is like a purpley blue. It's absolutely beautiful. You can wear it, but so can I, and that is the only universal color.
Oh, wow.
And when we had a salon many years ago, here's a funny story to share, is that lady was sitting and she loves her hair. She's getting her hair done, but she always loves it more when she goes home. And she said, there's something. She goes, I love my hair, but when I'm in the salon, something doesn't feel right until I get home, and then I love my hair. And it didn't occur to me that it was the robe that she was wearing was burgundy. And that color didn't look good on her. It wasn't her hair, it was this. So she kept feeling like there's something, but then when she went home, and then it occurred to me, it's the smock. Yes, it's not the hair, the colors, we did everything correct for her, but we had a universal color that everybody was wearing. And so I sewed smocks that had the periwinkle in them. And all the clients wore them, and it was completely different, because it's like if you're sitting with the periwinkle behind you, all of us are going to look good.
Oh, see,
isn't that amazing?
So that is amazing.
Wedding season's coming up for spring, so make sure you got your correct color for your own self.
That is super important.
But brides might want to choose periwinkle. Might be the color this year now that your video's coming out.
Oh, 100%. And then I think this is super important, especially. We all notice, right? When we dress up in certain colors, we look really fresh and nice, and in certain colors, we're just like, I mean, I'll make it
when
work out,
when I wear
something
gray,
like
I look exhausted, tired, older. Well, I am senior. However, there are times that we could maybe use that to our advantage. If we're a film actress and we're playing a role where we need to look tired, exhausted, and older, then we're going to wear the wrong color on purpose.
True.
However, if you're going for a job interview, you want to look like you have energy, and you're, when somebody walks in, they just get a feeling of you in a split second.
100%.
That's really important to create that
100%.
That vibe.
100%. All right. Okay. So, Brigitte, when we talk about, there's so many things that you do, and we've covered like just the tip of the iceberg, not even the tip, I would say. But for people who are listening and people who are watching, if they would like to book your services, what would we tell them? What is listed, or we can just pinpoint them. How can you help them out? What all services are?
We offer every type of beauty service from head to toe, other than surgery. We don't do any surgery. Otherwise, we have non-surgical treatments, skin treatments, hair treatments. We teach classes for micropigmentation, SMP, for scalp, and we generally go all across Canada, to tell you the truth, for training. So any medical spas, hair salons, or people just want to start into the industry, please call us. We're happy to help. We have financing available to assist them with getting the training done without payment, so they can do a service or two after and use those funds to repay it. And it's interest-free, which means it's no interest. We will cover the charge for them. We will also show up at their location to train their staff to help their business. So that is something we offer. We do have an office in St. Catharines at this present time for services. So this is for HS clients or people that have acne or any type of beauty care.
Any consultation as well. So
yes, that can even be done virtually. So you don't even need to come into our office. You can send us an email on our website, BrigitteBillerCosmetic.com, and fill out a patient inquiry form on the contact page. We'll be happy to reach out and give them some information.
That's amazing. So you guys have the website, and you have heard everything, all the great details that we have shared today. But make sure you go and make sure you have a virtual consultation. It's so easy. Just get fill out the form, get a virtual consultation. And like we said and we discussed, beauty is not just from the top, it has to be within. And if you're having any issues, make sure to learn about the root cause, because that is something that is actually gonna, help you out in the future instead of just going back and forth again and again. I mean, there are treatments, but you just don't want to continue treatments forever, right?
You asked this earlier, and I don't think I finished the answer because you asked, what are you looking for in a spa?
Yes.
And the basic thing is, you know, when you're going in for any kind of service or interest that you have, make sure you understand what is happening to the body. Why did it start? Not just have the treatment walk out, hope it goes away without the understanding, why is this pimple here?
100%.
Why do I have this rash? You know, why am I gaining the weight?
Oh, yes.
So, you know, if your provider cannot answer the question, if you don't know how it started, then how can you have an ending to it?
Yes.
So that would be my suggestion,
Yes.
to make sure that they're experienced, you see license on the wall, that they've been in the industry for a while and answering your questions and not rushing you. And if not, take your time. Not to
And
proceed.
not just selling you the treatment, you know,
Yes.
that's super important as well, right? You have to figure that out and go with your gut.
Many people have come into our office and said they were told to buy a bunch of products
Yeah.
or have all these treatments, and no monitoring was done during the entire time until the end, and no result. But it's important to monitor the patient without the treatment, within the treatments every time they come in, to see if you need to adjust something, because it's not as simple as looking at someone and say, how many treatments I need, what does it cost? Skin changes from day to day. So after we treat whatever I see today, next week your skin will change from that treatment. So we need to treat what we see at that time, and not
That is
8
so
of these
true.
and 6 of these. We don't work
100%.
like this. Yes.
No, 100%. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank
and
you.
We have so many more topics and so much information and some fun stuff that we're planning that we're probably doing in segment 2 and 3. Yeah, right? Because we all want to look good, and we definitely want to feel good. That's important. Like, it comes out from within, right? Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
It was
Thank
amazing.
you so much.
Time just went by. And I have so many more questions, but still, we're going to keep that for another time. So you guys have to keep on watching us, follow us. You see all the links and the details on the screen. Make sure you book your virtual consultation. I'm going to get mine done today, definitely. And thank you so much, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you on TrendTalk soon.